This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Voyager Class Starscream. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in your standard Siege window box packaging. Turning the box around, we can see multiple images of the figure in his robot mode and in his alt mode. We can also see a couple images of some battle masters. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here is Starscream out of the box and in his alt mode. And man, I freaking love this toy. I've always been a big fan of Starscream just because he's so weaselly and he's kind of a prick. And since this is my first Starscream since the original G1 toys, I am happy to add this one to the collection. So with this figure finally in hand, let's take a closer look at Starscream in his alt mode. Alright guys, so let's take a look at Starscream in his alt mode. And I think this is really cool. I love the style here. Definitely that Cybertronian type of ship. There's a specific name for these. I kind of forgot what it was. So go ahead and leave me a comment if you could tell me what style of ship this is. But to me, it really just reminds me of those ships from Battlestar Galactica. That's exactly the vibe I get. So I mean, either way, I like those ships too. So it's very cool. But I just love this look. All those panels and things like that just look very nice. You got the Decepticon logo right there. I love the colors, you know, definitely just straight up Starscream. I think that works out great. I personally like all this like splatter effect, this like silver brushing and splatter effect that they're doing for the Siege line figures to make it look like battle damage. Just looks really cool. I love the clear yellow for the cockpit right there. Those vent ports look really nice. The back looks really cool. Now it's interesting that this is the cockpit for like his more G1 jet look, but it's nowhere, it's not needed for this, but it is for the robot model. Looks pretty good. But this like silver, like almost like gunmetal for the back of the vents and whatnot, the turbines look really nice, dude. I love all that paneling work. Now it does look pretty bulky from the bottom. You can kind of see that. That's just part of the the transformation. Some people don't like that. I personally don't mind either way. I just think this looks really cool. I love how you can plug his blasters, his rifles or guns, whatever you want to call them, right there under the wings. But everything looks really nice for the most part. I just think this is a really fun toy, and I know they're coming out with other characters. Who's another one they're coming out with? I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but I know they're definitely coming out with other Seekers, pretty much just using this particular mold of Starscream, just in the different colorways, and I'm really excited to get all those. So with this, let's transform this guy and let's see how he looks in his robot mode. Okay, so what we're gonna do first, we're gonna take off the guns here like so. Those just unpeg. Let me see here. So we're gonna unplug this back piece a bit. Let's see if we can fold down these legs. Actually, we're gonna unpeg the arms right there. Those can come out like that. I'm still not good at transforming Transformers. It's been so many years, but I'm starting to get used to it. And this piece right here definitely falls off. I know that's a pretty common complaint, but it pegs right back on, so it's not a big deal. So we can fold these legs down a bit. We're gonna take this whole backpack piece right here, and then we're gonna split this like so. Bring these all the way back up like that. Actually, you know what? Let me fold this up right here, and we're gonna get his head. It's in there like that, so that works out nice. Then we can fold these up like that, and these will just peg into this little tab right here. You can see a little peg right there, so we can get that in like so, and then get it on this side too. Get it in there like that. Let's hold these wings back a bit. We're gonna rotate this whole lower crotch area, so this yellow piece actually comes out right here. We're gonna fold down the feet. We're gonna open those up a bit, so he actually has a little better stance. We're gonna put these arms back. Let's get this thing plug that back on right there. It's a little kind of a pain in the butt, but that works. Let's see here. We're going to actually just pull these down. Let me see. Where's the vent for this? Pull those out. Pull the hand down. Close that back up. And this thing came off again. Such a pain in the butt with that, but oh well. And then come this and just pull this down. That kind of just shifts. Fold the hand out like that. Close that back up. We can close the wings down like so. And then we can just plug the guns back on his shoulders like that. And there we go. Now we have Starscream. And here is Starscream in his robot mode. And man, I freaking love this thing. Hasbro has really shown how much they care about the Transformers line. All the panel lining, all the detail, the great paint apps are just so well done with this piece. This is why I even bought this Starscream figure, because this look is just gorgeous. I am so stoked to have this in the collection. So let's take a closer look at Starscream in his robot mode. Alright, so now let's take a closer look at Starscream in his robot mode. And this is definitely my favorite mode for this particular figure right here. Because man, you can really see all the panel lining and the detail that they've done throughout the entire sculpt of this whole figure, which is amazing. And that's part of why I've really fallen for the Siege line. It has so much detail, but at the same time, really kind of having that G1 feel, and this is just a perfect rendition of that. So let's start off with that head sculpt right there, because I think that head sculpt is just killer, man. They did such a good job with that. I love that so much. And it actually does have a light piping feature at the top, so if you flash a light on it, you can see how his eyes glow that really nice red, and that's just awesome. I love the fact that it has that. And here we go, take a closer look at the chest. I think the chest looks really good. Again, you can kind of see those turbines right there with his old school cockpit, right? But even though it's not really used for that, I guess. But the panels, and you can see more of that that silver splatter effect right there, even on the forearms like that, to give it look like he scratches and battle damage and things like that. Just looks so good, man. Same thing with the legs right here. You can see more of that splatter effect in the silver, like paint wear. Just looks so nice. The feet look really good. It's a little tricky to stand just the way these feet are designed, but you can get them up in some pretty dynamic poses considering, so it still looks really good. The back just has the wings flared out like that, and these can kind of just move around while you're doing stuff like that, and you can fold them a bit and just get them in different poses if you like, whatever works for you. I think that's really cool. I love how he has these little stacks right here. Just again, very G1. I love this, man. Looks so good. Just oh man, a great figure, man. I really dig this. Now, normally he has the guns right here at the shoulders. I prefer to put them, excuse me, in the more forearms. That's just me. I know that's not how it's supposed to be, but I just think it looks better this way on the forearms. You know, it's my toy. I'll do as I please. And just put them in like that, and you can get him into some poses where he's like blasting people like that. That's just me. I know it's not how it's supposed to be, but I mean, that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna stick to it because I think that's awesome. So anyways, great looking figure, really nice piece. So now let's check out the articulation. So the head is on a ball joint, does roll around a bit, mostly gonna get left and right. Does look up and down, just like so. Can move the wings back so you can rotate the arm full 360, up and out about that far. Even rotates on that peg. We get a double jointed elbow, which is really nice. It also does rotate at the elbow like so. We also do get rotation at the wrist, so that's really good too. We get rotation at the waist. It is hindered a bit by the backpack right here, but you can still get some good motion in there. We got hip joints that kick forward and up that far, back all the way that much, kind of at an angle. Does the splits all the way, mostly because of transformation. Rotates in that upper thigh. We got a double jointed knee, and this back of the calf Actually, it has a spring effect, so it helps when it's folding into the upper thigh like that due to transformation. So it does help with that articulation, so you can get a really solid bend right there. So that's really cool. Then with like a lot of these Siege figures, we do get like this ankle pivot. Not so much on Starscream here, but I love that fact that we have that for more wider stance, which is for me works great, and I love that so much. So overall, I think Starscream is completely badass. Again, I personally can't wait for the other Seekers. I need all of them in all the different colorways possible. That will just be my dream. I would love to have all of those. Of course, some of them with just that bullet head that some of them had, but still, great piece. Really happy to have this in the collection, and I think he is absolutely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Transformers comparison, here he is standing next to the Transformers Siege Voyager Class Megatron. And just for fun, here he is standing next to a little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Voyager Class Starscream. Now overall, I think this is just a really rad toy. I absolutely love what they've done with Starscream here. The sculpting work is just insane. With the amount of detail and panel lines they were able to get is incredible. I love the color scheme, and the awesome paint apps of that battle damage effect is just really cool to me. My only issues is the fact that the chest consistently pops off here and there, and the fact that his feet are a little awkward when trying to stand him up. But other than that, he is a ton of fun, and I am super happy to have this Starscream figure in my collection. So I give him a rating of 4 Bat Bombs out of 5. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.